Welcome to episode 62, Grandma's Pillowbox.
Welcome, laddie.
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see because we've actually been out at sea.
Yeah, we've been...
we got picked up by a pirate crew.
Yeah,
laddie.
forced to fish for whales.
Yes.
Saw a big whale.
Yes.
Almost like the size of like 3 ships combined. Almost sucked up the entire ship. I had to use the spears to kill it.
Yeah, it was almost out of like a book.
Yeah, it was like book-like.
It was book-like.
Like colossal.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Like I almost wanted to call it the whale Moby.
The whale Moby.
But he was such a dick.
Dude, I got an idea. We author a book. The whale. No. Moby was a Moby Dick. Moby Dick.
Yeah, just shorten it.
Just
Moby
shorten
Dick. Moby.
The whale Moby was a dick. Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Okay, all right. Copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
Don't steal our title.
All right, next book's going to be Dan Cunt. You guys could expand on that one.
But if you're catching us up, you're already subscribed, then leave a like. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and also leave a like.
Yeah, and stick around at like the 5-minute mark. We're going to be dropping a crazy piece of trivia for you guys. So just stick around until then, and then you're going to hear that, and it's about the topic that we're talking about today.
Yeah, and merch is still on sale for the website. No discount, just the cheapest we can make it.
Yep.
Without making any profit. The GPB logo, hoodie. It's starting to get fall season, almost winter time as well. So stock up, make sure you're warm for the winter, and pick up a GPB hoodie.
True, it's perfect for if you're wanting to make that change over this winter and lock in and go to the gym. Throw that on over your workout shirt. Once you get that pump, rip that thing off.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, it's the perfect gym attire. It really
Yeah,
is.
and profits are so low. If you want to buy me a GPB hoodie, you can. I've lost mine.
Yes. Yeah, so if you're at the Goodwill near us, please take a look because it might be sitting there. We're not exactly sure.
Might have been accidentally
Accidentally
donated.
donated, dude. One of the shirts for Owens.
We should do that.
We should.
Buy
Some
a couple.
grassroots marketing. I like that. That's such a funny idea.
What the heck, GPB? What is this?
Oh, this logo's sweet. They turn it over. They're like, oh, it's a Gildan. I'm buying this.
You can't deny the logo is good. Like,
Yeah.
I've had like random compliments for just the logo.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool hoodie. I'm like, thank you. And don't say anything. Just
Right.
walk away.
You just walk away, dude. Because we, even though that would be a good time to say, yeah, I've got a podcast. But I feel like there's a little bit of a stigma around podcasts these days. Everybody's got them.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm getting stabbed in the heart when I hear like comments about like, oh, mediocre podcasts or
Yeah.
like.
That's us.
No, it's just like I forgot what that stigma that you talk about, where it's like, oh, bros just making a podcast,
Mhm.
or I don't know where I'm going with it.
No, yeah, it's got a little bit of it hits a little too close to home sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know,
But fuck it, we still make
we're
it.
different, guys. We're different.
We
Thanks
still
for
make
sticking
it.
around until the 5-minute mark.
But yeah, we got it. We always ask you a question to answer in the comment section. We got 2 so far, and I guess we might as well just answer them ourselves as we ask you. But first question: what do you think is the biggest threat to human life from space? Asteroids, solar flares, or something else? So leave a answer in the comments for that. Second question as well is, if you could witness any space event in history, past or future, what would it be? And Liam, which one do you want to answer first?
I'll answer the first one first, and thank you for giving me some options because I probably wouldn't have known what direction to take this. But if what I know is correct, solar flares could cause like a big magnetic wave to come, or is that something else?
I think it's almost kind of like a EMP, like where it like messes with technology stuff or whatever, like like power outages and stuff. I don't think it would affect humans so like directly,
Right.
but it would like shut off power grids or mess with our recording device right here.
Yeah, which would be terrible.
Like imagine the one, like, after months we haven't recorded a podcast, we're like, let's do it today, and then a fucking solar
There's
flare
a solar.
comes
Okay,
in.
you know what? I'm going with solar flare because also
That's
I mean
the worst thing that could
that's the worst. Well, I mean, mostly because of like if it was to happen and the like supply chain infrastructure shut down, it would take like no more than maybe like a month for just things to just go to like near anarchy. I feel like.
Yeah, toilet paper would run out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would we do?
We'd have to use our hands or leaves.
Leaves.
No, dude, I watched a video on someone talking about the impact of a little bit different, but the strikes that were at the shipping ports
Mm-hmm.
that was scheduled to happen at the beginning of October. If a month would have gone by without those like without that industry happening, it was a little aggressive, but like the guy was like by the end of like 1 month, like people are gonna be holed up in their houses with guns, shooting anybody that walks by.
No, that wouldn't happen. The big corporations already foresaw it and stocked up. It was more like small businesses that would kind of get screwed over.
So similar to what happened over COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but those strikes got settled quickly.
Right away.
But it's important.
Yeah. So what about you? Biggest threat?
Let's see. Asteroids, solar flares, or something else. So asteroids can fuck up Earth. If we have like a long enough like warning time, you can minimize. What do you say? Minimize impact.
Okay.
If it's like a small one and you see it like far ahead, you can kind of send, let's say, like space satellites towards it to like hit it and kind of deflect it off its path.
Okay.
If it's like a bigger one and you don't have that big of a time window, the most you can do is like evacuate everybody from where it's going to hit and then prepare for that. Solar flare, I think, is the biggest threat just because of how much infrastructure it would impact on the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else could happen.
There's got like, isn't it if like the temperature of Earth rises like a certain amount of degrees, we're all just gonna die pretty quickly? It's like something like that.
But that's like not from space. That's like us causing the.
But what if like the sun? What if the sun like burps and lets out like a massive solar flare, and it just maybe like the sun just like evolves and grows a little bit, and then all of a sudden the sun is bigger and we're way too close to it, and then we get what happens to like Mercury or
Well, that's
Mars.
like a threat, like 300 million years down the line. I think.
Okay.
Because the sun is getting slowly bigger as time goes on.
Gotcha. Oh, it is. It's growing.
So like after like 500 million years or so, like we'll be a lot closer to the sun, and
Damn.
that would be a problem. So start preparing.
We're gonna be welcome back to Grandma's Pillbox, episode 450,000.
We become we upload our consciousness and we just keep creating episodes, and we still run into audio problems.
We're still like it's in a different spot every time.
Even on the internet world, it's just always in a different spot.
Yeah.
Like before, we were in your living room. Now we're back in my living room.
Yeah.
With this setup going on.
Dude, I love it because it keeps the audience like informed on if anything happens with like decor or something.
I don't think we'll ever get a permanent spot.
No. Most likely not, but you never know.
Unless like
we rent out like the back of like a
I feel like
auto body shop or something for $500 a month.
It's like maybe if you like you get like promoted to like a $150,000 salary position, or like I hit big on steak.
the crypto, or you get promoted to a $150,000 position.
No. That won't happen.
Yes, it will.
Unless I like rob a bank.
What if you just like? What if you work your way up like the ladder in that company?
I guess so, but maybe we'll have a permanent position before then. Maybe I'll hit big on steak.
Yes, that would be huge. Being unemployed
Mm-hmm.
and happy is the biggest thing.
That's all I can think of though. The
Okay.
solar flares, like the sun thing, is not. if we don't like progress past Earth, then the sun getting bigger won't be our problem. We'll be gone.
Yeah, we'll be out of here.
It just
Possibly to a place that we're gonna talk about later.
possibly, and then witness any space event in history. I guess
Does it have to be like a confirmed space event?
uh it could be past or future. So
Oh.
you don't really know. I think um honestly, like if I if it's like confirmed, like I can view it and I won't die, or whatever. Like, do you know what like a supernova is?
Like a star exploding?
I'd like to witness that.
That would be. I mean, what reasons would you want to?
Well,
Witness that for?
the star's at a point where it's like it's getting so big that it's gonna collapse on its own, and when it collapses, it goes down to like a single point, or not even a single point, just like a super small radius, and then just explodes, and like you see like TNT explosions, fireworks, like those are small scale compared to what a supernova like. Humans love fire, all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
like you're scrolling and you see like a missile hit the ground, and you're like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Imagine a fucking sun
super-
exploding.
Yeah.
Like, that's like ultimate dopamine right there.
That is, dude. You wouldn't be able to find a processor that could run that in Minecraft.
No,
That would be crazy.
like there's a video game, Outer Wilds. It's like space exploration, but like a story game.
Uh-huh.
And the whole this is kind of a spoiler, but I don't really know when you'd play this game. But the whole thing is that you only have 23 minutes on your timeline, and then the sun explodes, and then you go back to the start of the game.
So it's a roguelike?
No, it's a story game, but you only have 23 minutes per playthrough.
Oh, wow.
So you discover stuff as you go through each playthrough, but then the sun kind of resets you back to the starting point.
Okay.
But you've already done like the beginning stuff, so like, all right, let me skip that, go discover other stuff.
Ah, okay.
And you have to and then you slowly discover like why is the sun exploding, or what technology. It's like
And you start slowly, and then eventually, is it like you try to stop the sun from exploding?
kind of,
Okay.
kind of.
That's a cool. A lot of movies do something similar with that, but with like the I forget what it's called, the movie, but like the day would reset.
Oh, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, yeah, Groundhog Day type thing.
Yeah, basically like Groundhog Day, but for like space.
Yeah.
And like one thing you can do is like there's this guy on a planet that's kind of like Mars, and he's just like sitting there. You talk to him, he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "The sun seems to be getting really hot, so I'm just enjoying the view." And then like if you talk to him like a minute before the sun's gonna explode, he's like, "I'm pretty sure that thing's gonna explode. I'm just gonna enjoy my time here while it lasts."
Wow.
And then you could sit there with him and just see as like it explodes, the shockwave coming towards you, and then the game, like that timeline ends.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's pretty sweet.
But seeing that in the video game, I'm like, damn, that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine real life.
Imagine real life. Do you think you'd be able to like get like do you think your field of vision with like human eyes would be able to gather all that at once?
You'd have to be really far away.
Yeah.
Like if you were like too close, then like all you would see is the fucking sun right in front of you.
Yeah, you'd just be blinding white. But if you're way back, then you could actually, because when I think of that, I think of like beautiful purples and blues and like a 4K computer background. Basically, it's like what I think of when I think of a supernova.
Yeah. Interestingly, I think cause like they emit such a brightness that it's like as bright as the Milky Way. So like let's say like you're in a dark night like sky area, you can see the Milky Way.
Yeah.
If a supernova were to happen, it'd be just as bright as like a bright spot in the sky, just as bright as like the rest of the Milky Way. Like it would stick out.
And
the
Milky
last
Way
one's the last one seen I think was like in 1600.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay, so actually like in recent human history?
I think the relative rate is 3 per century,
3%. Okay.
and it's not like you have to be there like at the right moment to see it, because it'll go off and then like it slowly fades away, kind of. So like let's say it happened 2 months ago. I don't know how long they last, but let's say it happened 2 months ago. You're like, oh shit, I want to see it. You can go out and kind of see like a slightly faded version of it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. How many stars are in the Milky Way? Do we know that?
Let's see.
Is it
How
thousands?
many? Oh, way more.
Way more than that?
Way more.
Because our galaxy is just
Between
one.
100 and 400 billion.
Oh my god.
I'd say like 6 maybe.
Yeah.
Like I look up there and I only see like
There's-
6 at
There's
most.
only 6 up there. Oh, bro. I'm dead. My concoction, my third eye's starting to open.
I mean, like imagine like humans never thought to explore space, even though that's how you used to like get direction and get GPS. Just fictitious timeline.
Yeah.
Um,
Or 4chan
Like what-
uses it to violate Shia LaBeouf.
no.
Do you know about that?
Oh, when he was like doing the streaming.
Yeah, with the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
and
then they used the stars to like figure out where that flag was. And,
Yep. Yep. Crazy.
But imagine like we're in like a dystopian where all of Earth is like a city, so you can't ever see like the stars in the sky, like light pollution and whatnot. And then they're like, all right, let's go look into the universe or whatever. And then they like they only see like six stars. Like it can't be really that many stars up there, right?
Yeah.
It's only like 6,
Yeah.
maybe 7.
Yeah, it's about the perspective. 4,000 in the Milky Way. Wow, it's huge.
They just start counting. Okay. Counting like 12.
Thank you
Mister.
to math. Thank you to math, or else we would not be able to figure any of this out.
But yeah, 100 to 400 billion just in our galaxy alone.
Yeah.
And let's see, how many galaxies are in the universe? Between hundreds of billions and 2 trillion.
Dude, I mean, you can't even comprehend that.
No.
You can't. Thank
Like-
you for having a little graphic and diagram down there.
Oh,
That one's cool. Is that just...
different pictures of different galaxies.
That's cool.
But the sad part is it's I think oh wait, no, maybe galaxies do look like this, but sometimes when you see space pictures and it's like super like colored, where it's like, oh, I can see the red hues, the pink hues and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's all like fake color,
Oh.
because like they take those pictures using X-ray, infrared, whatever, and then they associate those values with colors.
Oh.
So the camera's not actually picking it up because we can't see X-ray, whatever, infrared, but that's how it would look maybe if you could see those
waves.
those light waves.
Okay.
But-
Interesting. Because, I mean, the reason that I can see the red on your hat is because it's emitting a red colored wave, right? Isn't that how color works?
All colors of light are going into the hat and then are being absorbed, except red is not being absorbed. So when it reflects, you only see the red.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, that... I mean, I think you might have told me that before. I'll
But
trust you on it.
those are our 2 questions.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't...
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't answer yet.
What do you want to witness?
I would like to witness probably the Big Bang. If it was really a thing.
Really a thing.
Fake
news.
Fake news. No, I would like to witness the Big Bang, like see the start of our universe. And then maybe also it ended up not being maybe it was actually a white hole, and like we've had something that came before us.
Wow, you're really going into our topics.
I am. I'm just trying to prime the audience, you know.
Okay.
That or like if like peak I would like to see Mars in the same conditions that Earth are at right now.
That would be cool.
See if there was life there. Like, just kind of get an idea, because that's a huge topic right now in humanity. I feel like is possibly rebuilding Mars and trying to piece together like parts of the Mars's past.
Mm-hmm. I think
But yeah.
more in our lifetime, the bigger part is seeing if there was life on Mars,
Mm-hmm.
like confirming it, and then past our lifetime, it's gonna be building on Mars.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we'll progress fast enough to build on Mars, but I think the more immediate, like, big thing that you were talking about is seeing if there was life.
Yeah.
Because if you can, then you're like, wow, so this used to be habitable. What happened? It lost its magnetic field. It burned, or it didn't burn up because it's super cold on Mars.
Yeah.
So, it couldn't trap the heat with its magnetic field.
Mm-hmm.
So then it lost it, and then, yeah.
And then just died.
But this episode, if you can't tell by the questions we've been asking, is sci-fi based.
Sci-fi themed. Thomas has been asking for it for months.
I saw
Years.
a funny TikTok where is that Incredibles meme about space mysteries, and then it just gets more and more, not corrupt. What's the word?
Cursed.
Cursed.
More and more cursed.
Gets
yeah.
more and more cursed. I think it was more meme-ish,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, me having not heard of any of them besides like 2 or 3. Actually, like learning about them a little bit, they seemed a little bit more tame than how they were portrayed
yeah.
with the Mr. Incredible meme. Maybe 1 or 2 of them, which we'll talk about later, and I mentioned to you that is like kind of just like freaky and gives you like the shivers a little bit, but for the most part it's really cool. And there was 10 different topics.
Yeah, just about.
So it kind of that won't be like, maybe it'll be a framework for what our conversation is, but more so it was just like a good way to get introduced for me to like the sci-fi.
Yeah, think of it as like a little surface level scrape of the sci-fi bubble, and this is me hopefully getting Liam excited, and you guys maybe more interested to look at more videos on it, or at least just stay focused on when we talk about it.
Yeah,
right
definitely.
Now. Or maybe when I bring it up in a future episode, Liam's like, I remember
I
episode
remember that.
62.
Yeah.
I remember episode 62.
I do, yeah.
But first topic of the episode, the Big Bang. A theorized explosion at the start of the universe that is what created our universe. A little small dot exploded. All of these elements came out of nowhere. Heat, and due to the law of entropy, expand, and now we have a camera that records 2 guys talking about it.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to like have something that we could be like, all right, this is where we all came from, almost like an answer to like the craziness that is just the randomness of life. But the Big Bang, is it emits a microwave rays that are still detectable. So is it?
All right. The theory is supported by evidence such as cosmic microwave background radiation and the observed redshift of galaxies. So yeah, you're right. There's like a background microwave that they've somehow traced it back to this single point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I don't know how you come to that conclusion.
Yeah, I mean it's probably a ton of math, a ton of reading things, and just on like a level that is way past where it seems like either of us can understand. I think it gets thrown around a lot more than other things in culture and society because of like what it represents. Like it represents the answer to the question, like where did we come from?
Mm.
So I feel like if you bring up any of these, there's probably 2 that everybody will know: black holes and the Big Bang.
Yeah. I mean, they made a whole show about
The
it.
Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory. Never watched it. I watched a few episodes.
Neither have I. I've only seen Young Sheldon.
Yeah, young Sheldon. Shout out to the boy. So it explains or it shows that the universe is forever expanding, and that there's something called a Hubble expansion rate.
Um, so I threw that in there in the notes. It's like so the Big Bang theory started off as a single point and then exploded and expanded because like in the beginning of it, it was like a hot, dense mess. But then as you kept expanding, it got cooler. Things started aggregating because like before it was like a think of it as like maybe like a hot plasma, like just rolling around everywhere. Like you can't really aggregate a single object in there. Everything's like fused together. But as it expands, you get more space for the things in space to have their own space.
Yeah.
Things in space to have their own space, and in the way I worded it was like, so we're moving around our sun. The sun is moving around in the galaxy, and the galaxy's moving around in the universe. But they've noticed that other galaxies seem to be getting farther away, like at a slow rate. And they call it the Hubble. Maybe it's not the Hubble expansion rate, but Hubble something where like it's a certain speed that everything's getting farther away from each other. And
Okay.
at a certain point, you won't even be able to get to another galaxy because it's too far away.
Wow.
And then that leads to some theories about okay, what happens like if everything's so far away? Does the universe crumble? Does it? Because a sun gets so big where it'll just like shrink on itself or like
Implode.
implode. It will like implode. So people are like thinking like, will that happen to the universe, or will it just like everlastingly get bigger and bigger? Like, what's the limit?
Hmm.
That gets into like a whole bunch of theory and nothing supported. It's just like, what's gonna happen to the universe when it gets that big?
Yeah. It could just hit a point and then shrink back down to another Big Bang and just restart.
That's one of the theories. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets so big, implodes, and then restarts the process.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. That, dude. Then, oh God, then it's like, all right, is somebody playing the game of like our existence, where the sun explodes every 23 days or whatever, 23 years, and then it resets, like a simulation type thing. Gets way out there with that stuff, but I think it's a great starting point. Because I mean,
it makes no sense.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It makes no sense. Why are all these rules in place, and why is this happening?
Yeah. Wildness. It's absolute wildness.
Just got a Java update on my MacBook. He was like, "Do you want to do this Java update?" No, I don't.
No, thanks.
Not right now.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the Big Bang.
Like,
What do you think it was like before it started? Or like what was before it?
So what I've heard is that it's like these. Imagine like there's no color associated with it because we obviously don't know. But imagine like, that episode in SpongeBob when Squidward and him are like in this like just white box, like there's like nothing, like no horizon. There's just white.
Yeah, like every rendition of like someone dying and going to heaven.
Yeah, and
in,
it's,
like,
it's
movies
all
and
it's
stuff.
just like all white. You don't see nothing. So
Yeah.
imagine that, and then just floating around in this space is like black bubbles or whatever. Like it's like bubbles hanging around in this little universe room,
Yeah.
and then something just so happens to pop it, and then that's like what started that universe.
God, dude. It's so hard to comprehend.
Like it wouldn't be aliens, but imagine just some being of some sorts in there. It's like, let's conduct an experiment on this one. See where it goes.
millions of years, millions of
Trillions.
trillions of
Billions.
years,
Well, 14.7 billion, I think.
hundreds of billions of life forms, trillions probably of life forms.
This is so big that we're not going to go anywhere. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the second topic.
Yeah, let's do it because this like kind of brings it in a little bit.
Yeah, but now a little bit of a.
Sorry, guys.
His parlay just hit.
I'm in 2 fantasy basketball leagues this year. Both of them are $50 buy-ins.
So
we're pretty much just gambling.
yeah.
But it's also something to occupy time and energy consumption over the next 8 months.
Right. And
Sorry.
I mean, you gotta have something to do, right? Like you like sports. All right, let me take some risk, gamble a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I know these players. I know I could beat my friends. I bet.
Yeah, I could pick my squad of guys and cheer them on, and have this like relationship with them through my TV screen and through the stats that they acquire. That's what assigns value to them in my head is if they get me enough 3-pointers made.
Come on, catch the ball one more time. Catch the ball one more time.
Catch it, God! Oh, you're so. Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Steal the ball, man. Steal it. Steal it.
Yes, I love you. And back and I'm switching between games on like my 2 star players. No, yes,
That's what the Big Bang has resulted.
Yeah.
Sports gambling.
The Big Bang was me throwing my phone at a LCD TV after Javon Carter missed a 3.
Do you want to take a drink or no?
I'm almost done with my concoction. My third eye is nearly open.
Oh.
If you guys can't see.
We call it lemon juice.
Yeah, it's lemon juice. It's just a good combination of caffeine and hydration, really, just to get the blood boiling.
Pretty much a sci-fi concoction.
It really is, yeah. It's allowing me to really like dig deep on these ideas.
But Planet 9 is our second topic,
Yeah.
and it's a theorized 9th planet in our solar system. You might have think Pluto was the 9th planet, but it's too small. Can be considered a moon. It's in the asteroid belt. Pluto is though really cool looking. It has a moon, a very very small moon. It's not like spherical. It's like weird, like anal plug looking planet or rock, and they orbit around each other. But you know how like, let's say you track the moon going around us, and the center points in our like planet. The center point between Pluto and its little rock is like outside Pluto. So like,
Is that because of the anal plug shape?
I don't know the explanation for it, but just like it just so happens that Pluto is also spinning around that center point.
Oh.
So like the rock and Pluto are going around each other, but they're going around this center point. Like,
oh, what the heck?
So it's cool.
That is cool.
And it has like little I wouldn't call it volcanic eruptions, but like you'll see like something comes out of Pluto, and then you see the dust particles land on the other moon, and it's like cool. You can see like them interacting with each other. It's a cool little planet, or little rock. But Planet 9 is was theorized because they couldn't explain Neptune's orbit, because like they estimated the mass, and they're like, it should be orbiting like this, but it's not. And they thought maybe there's a planet out there that we can't see that's affecting its orbit around the sun. And I've never heard of Planet 9. This was theorized back in, let's see, Neptune was discovered in 1846. Imagine that.
Oh my God.
When was the Civil War?
Civil War was 1870.
We were still fighting over slaves, and we discovered Neptune. That's like mind-boggling to me. But this one guy discovered Neptune, and then a bunch of scientists were like, there might be another planet out there that we just don't see yet. And they began research in 1906, And then 1930 they discovered Pluto, but then they thought, oh, but Pluto couldn't explain the orbit difference. It was too small.
Yeah.
So they thought, okay, there might be something else out there. And then 1989, Voyager 2 was sent past Neptune, and then they realized they guessed the mass wrong for Neptune.
Okay. They overestimated?
Underestimated, I
Underestimated.
think.
Okay.
The difference between Uranus, not Neptune. Sorry. Uranus's predicted and observed orbit was determined to have been due to the use of a previously inaccurate mass of Neptune. Oh,
So they estimated Uranus's
based
size based off of Neptune, which ended up being wrong.
yeah.
So
Uh, the discovery of Sedna, a dwarf planet with a highly peculiar orbit in 2004, led to speculation that it had encountered a massive body other than one of the known planets. Sedna's orbit is detached in perihelion distance, or with a perihelion distance of 76 atomic units that is too large to be due to gravitational interactions with Neptune. Yeah, I'm not going to read the whole Wikipedia article, but I don't know. I don't think there's too much like diving into that. It's just like kind of curious. Like, I think it's mostly speculation. Like, they just don't know,
yeah.
and maybe it'll have some cool like nerdy properties to it. But I don't. It's not like aliens are on there or there's like
Yeah. It's not like it's a planet that we can go to replicate Earth's atmosphere and that sort of thing.
yeah. These topics are like space mysteries, and I guess that's a mystery in space.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Okay. You want to move on to the next one?
yes,
Let's do it. Next is gonna be FRBs.
fast radio bursts, and
They were first detected in 2007. Their origin remains a mystery. Some of them are one-time events, while others repeat. Possible sources include neutron stars, black holes, or even advanced alien civilizations. Though the true cause is still unknown.
so yeah, they it's like microwave radiation that they've detected, and it's so powerful, or like it's such high energy that it like sticks out from everything else, and like the repeating ones, they've noticed like there is one that happens like every 16 and a half days,
Oh.
or the one time ones they speculate are repeating ones, but they just haven't noticed the repeating like cycle of it.
Mhm.
And to I guess demonstrate how much more energy it is, I think one of them that they've like discovered or measured was like maybe like I don't want to throw out a number, but like either like 100,000 or 1,000,000 times stronger than the sun. So that's like how like energetic it is.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Let's see. Astronomers estimated the average FRB releases as much energy in a millisecond as the sun puts out in 3 days.
Wow.
While extremely energetic at the source, the strength of the signal reaching Earth has been described as 1,000 times less than from a mobile phone on the moon. So like it's coming at them low energy,
Mhm.
but it like started off as like
Super high energy.
super high energy.
Yeah.
First one discovered in 2007. Um, Many have been surveyed after that, and only one has been detected to repeat in a regular way every 16.35 days.
Mm.
And possible sources, neutron stars, is a star that forms after a supernova.
Ooh.
So a sun can implode or explode and turn into a neutron star or like a black hole or like a different type of like sun, because like the sun is like going through fusion, and fusion creates like particles, like fission, which is nuclear, breaks apart particles.
Mm-hmm.
Fusion puts them together.
Mm.
So I think on the outer surface of the sun, it's hydrogens combining to make helium, and then on the inner level, it's then helium combining to make one, two, three. What would that be? Let me get out the periodic table. Periodic table. Beryllium, or yeah, I think. Yeah, so hydrogen makes helium, helium, beryllium, then beryllium makes oxygen, and then, well, maybe not oxygen. It just like slowly keeps fusing, and it starts making at a certain point like iron in the middle, like metals.
Oh, okay.
And when you're making metals are obviously heavier than hydrogen.
Yeah.
Do you, what's heavier, a kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of steel?
Oh.
Well, a
fuck.
kilogram of steel. Steel is heavier than feathers, but they're both a kilogram. Oh, oh. But it gets so heavy to a point where, like, gravity, like, is pulling on it harder than the fusion is holding it together.
Mm.
Because like when you get that to that point in size, you need to be making so much energy so that gravity just doesn't pull it all to the center. Because it's heavier and heavier in the center.
Yeah.
So like it's like a black hole. Like it's so heavy that it pulls everything in.
Gotcha.
So at that point, it reaches some threshold, and then everything starts going in. And then I think it depends on the speed, the energy, like the rotation of the sun, where it can either like, it all implodes, and then it could turn into a black hole. Like everything goes in, and it's just a super dense fucking object where it
Mhm.
sucks everything in, or everything goes in, explodes, releases everything.
And then it's like a loot crate. You just don't know what you're gonna pull.
Mm-hmm. And I guess like just reading this morning, I didn't realize or piece it together, but the supernova. Oh man, we're going way past fast radio bursts, but I think this is like too interesting to not talk about. But
Yeah.
the way solar systems form is by like gas, just like in the universe, like just like floating.
Yeah.
And then a supernova comes by, and because it creates a shock wave, it spins that gas. So like the gas is kind of sitting.
Yep.
The shock wave from the supernova comes, starts spinning, and then as you spin stuff, it goes towards the center.
Mm-hmm.
So that all that gas spinning, slowly going towards the center, starts making its own like little sun.
Ooh.
And then the heavier objects are more wider out or closer in, lighter objects farther out.
Yeah.
Then that's why you get like rocky planets in the middle, and then like gas-like planets out far, because that's just where all the gas accumulated outside.
Oh. And then when you look at like images of a lot of galaxies, they look like they are almost like spinning
Yeah,
or like rotate.
they're always spinning.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like a star exploding causes another star to form.
Wow.
But I think at a certain point, like everything explodes and it's just emptiness. Like you can't get infinite creation.
Okay.
So that's like the cold death of the universe.
Jesus.
But back to the starting point,
Yeah.
it can become a neutron star. And the neutron star can kind of turn into a magnetar, a pulsar, or a there's another one. There's a it's a combined version. So a magnetar is a spinning sun,
Mm-hmm.
but like the metals and whatnot fuse to create like a magnetic field around that spinning sun.
Okay.
And I think the size of it. So imagine how big our sun is right now. I don't know the number. It's big, much bigger than Earth. But then when it implodes and becomes like a magnetar, I think it's like 13 miles wide.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like it's dense
Yeah.
and spinning pretty fast. I think like once every 2 or 3 days our time.
Wow.
But a pulsar is like another version that can happen, and I don't think it has a magnetic field, but it spins once every like couple of seconds, and the spinning of it like releases these bursts up and down. That description that I wrote before, I guess you may not have caught it. I was describing a pulsar. A magnetar is just that magnetic field, and I guess those fast radio bursts can be coming from that.
Okay.
I believe. It's just like something that creates so much energy that it shoots
It
out, and
starts shooting it out.
we still happen to notice it.
Yeah.
A black hole can do that, or maybe it's aliens just shooting out lasers.
Mm-hmm. So magnetars and pulsars, can those, like, if you roll one of those after like a star explodes, does that mean that there's not going to be a chance for having like a universe or like a galaxy around it? Like, do you have to just roll perfectly on like a sun like we have to get a galaxy?
Do you mean a galaxy or a solar system?
Solar system.
Oh, okay.
Solar system.
I'm not so sure. Do you mean like a solar system forming around that? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, 'cause it sounds like, I mean, 13 miles wide. It sounds like they're not gonna produce their own gravitational pull enough to attract in like.
No, they still do because it still holds like that mass.
Uh huh.
I just don't know if like any like planet like objects um kind of like no, I still think they do because there's also been things noticed where it's like two pulsars rotating around each other.
Oh, that's.
So imagine how fast it's moving, and
Yeah.
then imagine two of those going around each other.
So they're spinning on their own, and then they're also spinning. That's got to be like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, imagine seeing that, like how
Yeah.
fast it's spinning.
I think something looking like that was depicted in the video that you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
where it was like, I forget what they were. That might have actually been them explaining something that we're going to talk about later, how it was formed.
Yeah. I think this article shows kind of what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. You get a magnetar. I'll read a description
Yeah.
so the people of the audience can get a good one. A magnetar is a neutron star with a particularly strong magnetic field, about 1,000 times stronger than a normal neutron star. That's about 1 trillion times stronger than Earth's magnetic field, and about 100 million times stronger than the most powerful magnets ever made by humans. Scientists have only discovered 30 so far.
Wow.
A pulsar. Most of the roughly 3,000 known neutron stars are pulsars, which emit twin beams of radiation from their magnetic poles. Those poles may not be precisely aligned with the neutron star's rotation axis. So as the neutron star spins, the beams sweep across the sky like beams from a lighthouse. To observers on Earth, this can make it look as though the pulsar light is pulsing on and off. And then magnetar plus pulsar is both of them.
I gotcha.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah, it is.
only 30 discovered of those magnetars. That's why there aren't so many fast radio bursts as well, like that have been recorded,
Uh huh.
because there's not so many things.
Yeah.
So which makes me lean. Well, I guess alien civilizations would be even rarer than that.
Right, 'cause we've already confirmed that there's that many of those type of neutron stars.
Well, I guess there's probably still some that we just haven't seen. You know,
Right,
like
yeah.
they may be so too far away. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just another piece to the puzzle.
There's just so many like pieces.
There is, and one that, like, out of all these, this one might be like the least something that's cool is the umama.
Well, I mean, it can be really cool. Amuamua.
Amuamua.
Amuamua is our next topic. It's
Yeah.
I think discovered back in 2016 or 2019. What does ChatGPT say? Our little buddy.
What's the guy? our intern Chris. 2017.
First known interstellar object to pass through our solar system, discovered back in 2017.
Okay, that's sweet actually.
Its elongated shape and unusual trajectory initially led scientists to speculate about its nature, with some even suggesting it could be an alien probe. However, most believe it to be a comet or asteroid from another star system, though its exact composition remains uncertain. It's like the edge of our solar system. Oh, that's nuts. I thought it was galaxy.
So it just came through like
Yeah, at
it
the edge of
cruised
our
by.
yeah,
Wow.
but it had a weird shape to it where it looked like a rectangular long piece of like metal.
Ooh.
I guess like Chris thought it might have been Chris thought it might have been like a probe, but some also thought it was like a piece of an alien ship that like broke off and just flew through,
Wow.
and it was the first ever to be discovered. And it's like not it is a mystery because we don't know exactly what it is. I think it's gone now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sped on by. But yeah. Sorry.
Like it's funny. You can see my plant shadow on the
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hey.
Hey.
Nice. But isn't it crazy to think there's random things flowing through space like that?
Yeah. It's
Like whether it's an alien part of a spaceship or a big ball of ice just going through.
yeah. In the form of like a comet or something.
And,
And at any point one of those could just change the trajectory a little bit and just completely devastate something or
just adds to the random chaos that is space.
yeah, it really does. The best video game ever is space.
Makes no sense. The
really
meta's
doesn't.
all whack.
Yeah,
What
they
are you
got to do
supposed
some
to do?
balancing. Dude, stars are so overpowered. Yeah, but Oumuamua. What do we got next?
The galactic core.
The biggest black hole in our galaxy sits in the middle. A lot of cool things are associated with it.
Yeah, I didn't this one I didn't dive super deep, but Chris, galactic core, center of our Milky Way galaxy, is a region packed with stars, gas, and dust. It houses a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A, which has a mass about 4 million times that of the sun. The core's gravitational forces influence the structure and evolution of our entire galaxy. So it's what everything in our galaxy is spinning around. So imagine how fucking like massive it is
Oh
and
my god.
how heavy it is to be forcing everything to spin around it.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
I don't know
What do you think its history is?
history.
Like, what do you think it was? What do you think it was? Like some sort of, like, well, it's so much bigger than stars, so it probably would have had to originate from like a Big Bang type moment, right?
Possibly. So we think black holes get formed from suns exploding and turning into one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this could have been like the first ever sun in this like chaotic Big Bang moment that exploded and then turned into this black hole, and then just through the course of time absorbed shit, kept absorbing shit, and it got so massive that things like so far away start spinning around it.
Yeah.
And then as it gets bigger, it just attracts more and more things. And since those things are spinning, they also have their own inherent spin as they go around the black hole. So then they form their own solar systems, and that's how you get this whole galaxy to form after 14 billion years.
Jeez.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But I wanted to look up. Have you ever watched Interstellar?
Yes, I did.
And you know how they went to a black hole in that movie?
It's been a while since I watched it.
Okay. I want to look up which black hole they went to in Interstellar. Okay, it wasn't that one. Never mind. Gargantua is what it was called. Mm, never mind. Not as cool as I thought.
Okay.
Well, it's still like though.
It's
Like
still
he
awesome.
goes into the fucking black hole,
Into a black hole.
and it's all theoretical. But then he goes into this weird, different dimension where he can see what he did in the past and
Yeah.
whatnot. And like, I, I wonder if there's like any, because you can't really hear sound in space, but like what would the vibe be like if you're that close to that black hole in the middle?
Like
Like
maybe like white noise. Just
white,
like a
like on the
static.
hatch,
Yeah, like
like when you turn on the hatch at night, it's just that background. Because like that's unimaginable to me to be like you can like you're close enough where you like actually see it. It's not like a little dot,
Yeah.
and it's just like this black void with light surrounding it because light can't escape it. So there's like nothing. So you're not actually seeing the black hole because any light that goes into it is not being reflected and going towards you.
Right.
So you only see like um silhouette maybe.
Yeah. If you're far enough away.
But like space is already black.
Right.
And like
So
see,
if you're far enough away, you'd see like stars on like galaxies far away.
yeah.
But then there'd just be like this part that's just blank, like a void.
Yeah, but then you see the light that's going like around it that hasn't gone into it but's going around it.
Yeah. Maybe.
No,
If-
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that's that's what happens.
Okay.
Because light is an object also, so it can like go around it and not necessarily go inside the black hole.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Unfathomable
Yeah.
for me to imagine.
I imagine if I'm sitting there, I would picture it as like my soul is getting sucked out, and whatever that feeling of like just the carcass of your body without the soul, whatever you picture that to be, that's what like my thought was for how I would feel if I was next to those things.
Wow.
Like maybe like half dead. Like if losing your soul means you're dead, maybe I'm already dead, but somehow still able to feel. It's just another yeah.
But now let's look at the opposite. White holes.
Dude, super cool that these are like a mathematical there's ability for them to exist thanks to math.
Yeah, you think if something sucks everything in, is there a possibility that there's something that shoots everything out?
Yeah, so we've discussed it already, but just to fill everybody in, white holes are the reverse of black holes. The part of some solutions of Einstein's equation of general relativity, but they mostly remain unobserved and hypothetical. Maybe white holes can even be connected to black holes through wormholes.
So
A lot of holes.
so that game I mentioned,
Yes.
there's a white hole
Okay.
that you can use to get to like the edge of your solar system. Like it's like this thing that they made. It's strange. Now I'm like, the spoiler alert if you're a gamer and you wanted to play this game. Unless you don't want me to spoil it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this alien, because like your whole premise in this game is to like uncover the mysteries that are in it, and there was this one space civilization that existed before you did in the solar system,
Ooh.
and they left behind all this technology, and you go into this one planet, and inside of it they have this contraption that harnesses the energy of an exploding sun. It like it harnesses it so much so that when you explode, it absorbs that energy, and then you go into this like momentarily black hole, and then you get to teleport to the white hole that they have made.
Huh.
And it kind of it but it's also like I think with white holes and like that wormhole stuff, it's almost time travel in a sense as well, because you're going across space time, and I don't know the math to explain it at all whatsoever. Not qualified. But in the game, it takes you back 13 seconds.
Oh.
So like the sun explodes, you get teleported to the white hole, you're back 13 seconds, and then 13 seconds later, the sun is like exploding again.
Interesting.
It's so weird, but
It sounds like that game, like some people who were super invested and interested in the stuff we're talking about today were on that team to make that. Because they've hit almost everything that we've talked about.
oh, you mean that that meme video
Or
what
just like, I don't know, like it seems like it's like a really well-made sci-fi game.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a lot of things that are like practical sci-fi theories and like space theories
Mhm.
like were true in that game.
Yeah, they have so many cool like mechanics in the game, like they have like a giant call it like a water planet like Neptune or whatever, but it's surrounded by storms and like gases, where if you were try to with your spaceship just go in there normally, the gases would just repel you like outward, like they wouldn't let you in.
Oh wow.
So in order to get it like into the planet, like through the gas and storms, you have to go in like super fast.
Oh damn.
Like you need to like pick up certain speed, then you come in, and then you kind of like crash into the water of the planet,
Jeez.
and then you get to explore the planet. But it's like tornadoes and all sorts of storms going on inside it.
Yeah, Star Wars planet.
But white holes, like you said, they used math to like kind of theoretically prove it.
Mhm.
There's also this weird diamond graph that you have one diamond, or I guess a triangle. It starts off as a triangle, and then it represents the space-time universe that you're in, and it closes off to one point. And you can only go forward in this hypothetical triangle that is your universe. And then the black hole represents the other side, because for a black hole, everything only goes in, never comes out. So that would be like your theoretical end of the universe in this little model.
Mhm.
So as you go forward, eventually you'll go into the black hole. And then as you're in this upside down triangle that matches to fit the triangle of your universe, it brings into question what's on the other sides of those triangles if you were to go.
Mhm.
And theoretically, if you keep going forward, maybe you go into a white hole triangle that will then, since everything just shoots out, you would go into another universe maybe.
Mhm.
Or like,
And that's
it's very hard to describe in just words in me waving around my hand.
yeah. Well, we'll
to
we'll
the
put it up
camera.
on the screen, but yeah, like that that transition from like black hole to maybe like you're inside a wormhole that leads to a white hole,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're in this other universe
Yeah.
that has the same that has the same or that operates in the same way that ours does
But
with this graph.
it turns into a diamond because the white hole is on the opposite side of the black hole, and it like makes the universe into a diamond. The black hole's its own triangle on the top end of the diamond, and the white hole is the bottom triangle on the bottom half of the diamond.
Mhm.
So then it kind of fits so that maybe there's a diamond on the opposite side of you,
Yeah.
where the black hole and white hole also touch both of you.
Yep.
So then those 2 points where the white hole diamond or a triangle touches the black hole triangle, it can be like a possible wormhole to another universe.
Okay, so that's where the wormhole would be.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
middle.
All right. At like that origin point that connects
Yeah.
the black hole, the white hole, and then both of the parallel universes.
But then it doesn't stop you from thinking that it can just keep extending. So you can go black hole, white hole, another universe. Black
Yeah.
hole, white hole, another universe.
yeah, just stack them on top of each other.
and you
almost.
just keep going, and go into this weird loop of just traveling universe to universe.
Yeah, because then there's the thought that like well, I guess we're not really on black holes yet, but like black holes create universes
Or maybe white holes.
or maybe white holes, and then
Like maybe the Big Bang
it's
was
just
from a white hole.
infinitely like generating universes if when you're going into like it's
Surface level stuff here,
can't be
boys.
seen. Yeah, the white hole cannot be seen at all. You're very surface level.
Surface level stuff over
Very
here.
Yeah.
If only we had like Neil deGrasse Tyson sitting right here.
Oh, dude, I'd have to get him the concoction. He'd be like, what? Or Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard?
The guy that was on Joe Rogan.
Is that the weird like 1 + 1 = 3 guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't.
Or
know
1
him.
+ 1 = 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'd be losing ourselves.
My mind would be gone.
Yeah. I'd need to just.
You'd need another concoction.
I would, dude. I'd need to leave some ingredients out of the concoction. The potassium. No.
The next mystery is dark matter. As a matter of fact, time is not infinite, and space-time does end eventually and implodes on itself. So before we do that, let's do a little catch-up for the camera.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, you said you wanted to bring up some on the pod.
Yeah, so I can't really remember exactly what I was referencing because there was a few things that I wanted to like chat about, but I did take driving here. I took Lincoln, and that was a fun drive.
Yeah, it's like a nice road. If you're in the Western Chicago area, Lincoln 53 Bolingbrook Road, just like a big road that goes north and south through all the neighborhoods, and it goes from like probably farther, but like from 290 all the way down to like fucking buttfuck nowhere. And
Yeah. Does it transition into Route 66 at some point?
maybe,
Okay.
but it's a nice scenic route.
Yeah.
And I mean, you go through like I think like forest preserves, new housing development, fucking the clusterfuck of Ogden,
Yeah.
and then you go down to like the newer Western development neighborhoods like Bolingbrook, Romeoville, and I like it. There's not always so much traffic, and
We're making cowboy butter steak sliders tonight.
sliders like with like those
Or no,
White Castle buns or like those.
Actually, maybe they're not sliders. Maybe it's just because I don't know if we have any buns. We have like random like bread and stuff that maybe we can use with it, or like rice. But the main part is the cowboy butter and the steak.
Okay.
Yeah, I think cowboy butter traditionally is like butter with like bone broth or like melted like bone
Bone marrow.
I think it's got bone marrow in it, and it's like super seasoned and stuff. I don't think we don't have any bone marrow, so I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but yeah, we've got so many groceries in our house right now, and the pantry's stocked, the fridge kind of stocked, the freezer's stocked. So we bought all of our food and we planned our meals out for the rest of the month. So we're not gonna have to grocery shop anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, which fingers crossed should be a dub. Yeah, but yeah, so 53 Lincoln's pretty cool. And then when I was turning onto the street, the bigger street right by your house, I was able to see the Chicago skyline in like the morning sun.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember ever being able to see it from as far out as we are. Like usually it's on 38, but a little bit closer to the city.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just when I saw that I felt like a lot of pride. I felt like proud to like live here and like be where we're from and stuff. It's cool.
Interesting feeling to get when you see the skyline.
Yeah, I think
I'm just like, wow, big buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's awesome to see, and it's like, wow, like that's awesome. But I think also maybe that feeling is because I was in Charleston 2 weekends ago with visiting one of our buddies that lives down there, and one of the nights we went bar hopping around, and I think just all of us kind of that's in our circle loves like Irish bars. and like kind of divier bars more than like clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
So we went to this Irish bar that was completely Chicago themed in downtown Charleston. So like they had like Chicago stuff all on the walls, like ivy from like not from Wrigley, but like a fake ivy wall, like it was
Yeah.
Wrigley. They had Malort. They had like flags all over the place,
Cubs,
Bears stuff, Cubs,
Bears.
Blackhawks, Bulls, White Sox,
Okay.
all of it. Yeah, it was awesome. That might have been like where the feeling of pride was from. I was like, I'm somewhere else, and like my city and like the place where I grew up is like so, you know, it's like here still.
Yeah.
It's around this area, so it's like follows you everywhere. It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. What have you been up to?
Oh man, just routine at this point.
Hell yeah.
A couple of fun things here and there. Yeah, getting to work, working, getting home, eating, doing some stuff here and there on the Forerunner, and then
The new car is
house.
beautiful,
Thank you.
of course.
And then house projects, kind of like that, like grind time
Yeah.
month for me. Kind of said that for September too, but I don't know. This is grind time, getting close to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. Hurricanes have been going on, so
Those have been crazy.
for me though, I don't know.
Getting some sauna sessions in still?
Here and there, Last night I got one in. It was pretty good.
Oh, beautiful.
I forgot my water bottle, so I was going in there dry.
Oh, yeah, cutting weight.
It was nice though. Like hop in for like 10 minutes, go jump in the pool, do a couple laps, and then I jumped back in the wet sauna. And it's just nice to like sweat it out, work out a little bit, especially on the weekends since no one's going to the gym, or it's not as packed as like after a weekday.
Oh, yeah, like 5 o'clock after everybody gets off work is crazy. No matter what gym you go to around here, it's crazy.
No matter what. And
I'm thinking about upgrading my PC soon.
I've heard.
With the holidays coming around, I think it'll be good as like just like piece together little parts for anybody that asks me like what I want, like family and
like a desktop.
even Kate. Yeah, so I've already got a PC built. So I'm just gonna keep the case, and right now I'm gonna plan on upgrading the power supply, the CPU with the cooler, obviously the motherboard and the graphics card, and maybe even the storage. So I think
What about RAM?
yeah, RAM.
So you're just like
The only thing I'm keeping is the graphics card, I think.
okay.
That's the only thing I'm going to keep from the previous build.
You're just swapping out better parts then. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Okay.
I'm going to probably have to pirate a new version of Windows. I mean, I don't really know the process of trying to move data over, especially if like I'm getting a new solid state and hard drive and just new operating system in general. So I might just clear wipe it. Like I've already got stuff. I've already got like Steam logins and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I would probably lose my progress on like all my games.
It saves.
It saves like Red Dead. I would be good.
If you're doing it through PC, yeah, Steam has its own like cloud, so it kind of saves your progress in a way.
Oh, okay.
I believe it does.
So I could just factory reset as long as I don't really care about losing anything.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just double check.
Yeah, Micro Center has some really good bundles for a processor, motherboard, RAM. So, trying to get opinions on which one would be the best for me.
Have you been watching Sopranos?
Yeah. Yeah,
How
dude.
far are you in?
Season 3, episode 4.
Oh, wait. So who's the guy in season 3?
So
Cuz it was Sal season 2 or
Sil?
No. The rat.
Oh, yeah, Sal. Sal was the rat in season 2.
Yeah, the guy that kind of looks like who's that
Pussy. His name's Pussy.
Pussy.
Oh, he kind of looks like Joey Diaz a little
Yeah, the whole show I was like, is that Joey Diaz?
bit.
And Vicar's like, no. I'm like, I swear that looks like him.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Pussy.
Yeah. So
So wait, so season 3 then
season 3,
is
big
it
thing
that?
is Christopher just became one of like a true family
Oh,
member.
he
One of like the heads.
mm-hmm. You mean he saw the Raven.
He saw the Raven.
Mm.
Yeah.
His storyline is I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that season 3 is that weird like short dude that oh fuck, what's his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
The
Because every season has like a villain
yeah.
or like a
Well,
new
I think
guy.
season 2 was Richie April.
Oh, so then it's
Richie
Richie in season 3.
Richie was season 2.
But he's gonna be like a big focus in this season that you're watching now.
Is he? He's dead.
Richie?
Yeah, he got killed by um by Janice Soprano.
Oh, that's Richie.
I think that's
Okay.
Richie,
All
right?
right. Then it's maybe this other guy then.
Okay.
But
I mean, well, his son, his nephew.
Mhm.
So like the son of the April that Tony really liked,
Yeah.
who
Okay.
died at the very beginning of the series. He's been making some waves in this season also,
Okay.
and he's an April. So
Wait. Is Pussy still around?
no, he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's with the fishes.
he's with the fishes. Yep, he got jumped. So those guys
once
are dead.
once you start getting to like season 4,
Uh-huh.
maybe end of season 3, some really cool like dream sequences start happening, and it's like one of my favorite parts of the show.
Okay.
But definitely season 1 and 2 are bangers.
Yeah.
3 is, I mean, they're all good, but you can kind of consider some of them as like filler or like just moving along. But
Yeah.
no matter what, they're all good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you
Yeah.
to watch that show.
Oh, dude, I've been like I don't know. I picked it back up when I got back from Charleston, and I've been like really addicted. Like I'm gonna go home today and probably watch 2 episodes.
Nice.
So I'm in the mode where I want to like. That's all I really want to consume is that show, which is awesome. Dude, a really bad scene just happened with Dr. Melfi. Yeah.
Oh, in the
In
parking
the
lot.
parking garage. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
That one was like, I was really hoping it was like a dream, and it wasn't.
Mm.
And now, like, yeah, that literally just happened. I was watching that this morning while I was eating breakfast. Tough thing to watch while you're eating breakfast, but
It's fucked up, yeah.
it is fucked up. But yeah, that just happened, and the cops the cops like fucked up the filing of the guy who did it, so he got let out. So I'm thinking that possibly maybe she's gonna go to Tony. Like she's gonna express something to Tony. Tony's gonna try and kill the guy, and then she's gonna now be more involved with Tony. Is like my guess
Mm.
on what's gonna happen.
Okay.
'Cause she's like obsessed with him. It seems like. And-
Almost.
And she's right now on the edge of like I need to drop him as a client, but I just can't see that happening. Like she seems like she's such a big part of like what's gonna happen in the future.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really it
All right.
for me.
Yeah. Let's call it there.
Okay, sweet. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Dude. Science rules, bro.
Rules, bro.
Science rules. Yeah. So everybody, whoever's watching till this late, thank you, because you guys are champs.
Yeah, sticking around for this long.
Yeah.
Look forward to the next episode or whatever project we end up doing. Leave a comment answering those questions we asked, and maybe just whatever you want to hear us talk about or discuss.
Yeah.
It really helps hone in on these episode ideas.
Definitely. Next episode, you guys are going to see the return of Dan,
Oh, yes.
and he's going to talk about his Japan trip.
Nice.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. We'll see you boys
Peace.
in 2 weeks.